There's the Closet Jedi here again with another Star Wars action figure review. Today we'll be reviewing Star Wars Power of the Force 1997, Final Jedi Duel, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker. I picked this one up basically because I really wanted a Emperor Palpatine on a throne. This particular pack comes with 3 action figures. Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, and Luke Skywalker. Has him in his throne. You got an image from the movie on the back. Under the evil gaze of Emperor Palpatine, the lightsabers of 2 Jedi Knights, a father and a son, clash furiously in the final duel between the light side and the dark side of the Force. Slowly, the young Skywalkers lured closer to the rage of the dark side, and Palpatine sits confident at the rebellion's defeat and the acquisition of a new emissary to fulfill his evil legacy. But the young Jedi resistance appears to be growing. On the bottom, you have some other action figures from this line. Join the Star Wars fan club. It's from Kenner, 1997. Let's take a look inside the package. From the window in the package, you can see that there's the 3 action figures with the backdrop of the window from the Death Star. Well, I've taken it out of its packaging, and some of these kind of playsets are actually really pretty cool. They have elements that I really kind of wish the new ones did. The fact that it has this base, it has furniture as well as a backdrop. Just make them really neat as a collector for display. So now I've taken it out of its packaging. The packaging comes with a backdrop which you would cut out, which is pretty neat. It's this picture of the Death Star window, and you can see the battle going and waging on in the background. You cut it out and put it slides onto a slot at the back of the stand. But I think for the most part, I'm just going to leave it sitting inside the packaging. I think it'll be a nice display as is. Inside there. I think that's definitely the best bet in terms of how I display it on my shelf. Taking it out of the packaging again though, well, just to get a better look at it. Okay, so we got Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. In terms of articulation, well, they're pretty basic. Luke Skywalker's knee is permanently bent. Really can't bend that at all. To be honest, the only articulation he has is at his waist, which he swivels. He has a swivel waist. His arms move up and down. His wrists don't move. Neither do his elbows. His head turns. His knees are stuck. And that's pretty much it. You know, for a Power of the Force figure, that's pretty much standard. At least he doesn't look like He-Man, which some of the figures from this line tend to look like. His face is pretty good. A pretty good likeness for Luke Skywalker. He's not exactly black. Might be tough to tell, but he's more of a kind of dark gray color, but I still like it. Okay, as for Darth Vader, he's pretty standard for a Power of the Force figure. He has a cape. He has a lightsaber. Once again, his arms only move up and down, and then there's really, probably because I just took it out of the case, but not a whole lot of movement there. I'm not planning to remove the bands that hold the lightsaber. He has a skirt that comes down. In terms of his legs, they're not as bent as Luke Skywalker's was, but of course there's no articulation in the ankles or the knees. His legs just sort of move up and down. His head turns from side to side. And then there's the Emperor. Well, the Emperor is pretty much stuck in this position. There is no articulation whatsoever, really. His arms move up and down some. And I guess they would sit on the armrest of the chair. Does he move from side to side? Let's take a look. There's a little bit of movement from side to side. It might be tough to tell, but not much. There's this line there. Let's see. Might have to use both hands for this. No, doesn't look like it. Anyways, in terms of coloring on his face, it's pretty good. I like the fact that his face is discolored. He has some flesh tone, except mostly green. This to show how he's been corrupted. In terms of the throne that he has, I really bought this for the throne. I thought it was really neat, so I just thought it would be something that would be cool to display with some of my more recent figures. And if you've seen the movie, which I'm sure you have, otherwise why would you be watching this video? The throne is pretty accurate, and a lot of these Power of the Force sets are pretty accurate in terms of the furniture. My only gripe is that the chair is attached to this base. You really can't go anywhere without it.